20-year-old Jesus Sacul is tonight dead and his nephew Jairo Guerra hospitalized following yet another police-involved incident in Orange Walk town. Sacul, a father of one, had just left home on a motorcycle driven at the time by Guerra. Shortly thereafter, they found themselves being pursued by a police mobile.
It was around 7 o'clock that they left the house. They were here in the house. They didn't have any problems, nothing. He told me, "Mom, I'm going to go take a spin." He went out with my other grandchild to go take a spin on the motorcycle. They didn't take long that they went over there. And when I heard that they were working, they didn't take long. That's what I told my daughter. I told her, "Here comes my son." "What happened? What could have happened?" I asked her. We ran outside, and when we saw that they were coming fast and behind them, the police, they were going to come through here, but there was not enough time, so they went around to the back. And the police followed, and the police officers almost crashed them, but they went faster. They went there, and when I heard 2 gunshots, I told my other daughter, "They shot them. They shot my son. They shot him."
According to Commissioner of Police Chester Williams, police officers were responding to a crime.
Police responded to information of 2 persons on a motorcycle that, according to the police, had just exited the yard of a known drug dealer. And when the police saw the 2 individuals on the motorcycle, according to the police, I was not there. They're saying that they saw the pillion rider with what appeared to be a firearm. The police pursued them with the lights and siren on, indicating for them to stop. And despite the police using lights and siren and indicating to them to stop, they did not stop. The pursuit continued through Trial Farm and ended up in front of a gas station, where, according to the police again, the motorcycle rider lost control of the motorcycle and collided into the fender of the police vehicle, falling to the ground. Both persons, the rider and the pillion rider, were taken to the Orange Walk Hospital, where I think the rider is the one who later succumbed to injuries received as a result of the accident.
The police chase came to an end at the entrance of West San Martin Street. Reports are that Guerra lost control of the motorcycle when the police mobile hit the rear of the cycle and he careened off the road and into a concrete fence. Olina Gonzalez claims that shots were fired in the process.
I can't run, so she went to check and follow them and see if they shot them. But she said no. They went with the police behind them. I say, why is it that the police were following them if they were not doing anything? They had just left the house. They were not doing anything wrong. But we know that the police officers, they lie. When they do things, they want to wash their hands from it. My son was not drunk, nothing. They had just left the house. And the police chased them all the way to the gas station and they followed them in. A lot of people saw it. They say when the police officers came and crashed the motorcycle, and then maybe they fell, and my son Jesus fell and hit his head, and they say the police officers ran the car over them. That is what the people say. They ran them over with the car and they started to kick him while he was on the ground. They finished kicking him, my son. That is not fair. That is not fair that they killed my son. That is my son. He is not an animal. He is a human being. And now my son is dead. He is not coming back to me. They cannot return my son to me. They killed him. The police officers lie. They say my son had a gun. What gun?
A criminal and an internal investigation are ongoing.
We have dispatched members of PSB and CIB to Orange Walk to investigate the matter properly. At this time, I'm not going to say, or I'm not in a position to say what actually happened. I will await until I have received a full report from the investigating officers. The police did recover a firearm on the scene. They had said that prior to the accident, the pillion rider threw an object away, and when they went and checked, they found a firearm, which is it looks like a 9mm pistol according to them, but it turned out to be a pellet gun. When you are being pursued by the police, you know it's the police. Just stop and see what the issues are. It makes life much easier for both sides. You know, it's a sad situation. I sympathize with the family of the young man who passed away because he was the son of someone. He was the brother of someone. And certainly they're going to grieve his loss.
There was an uproar outside of the Northern Regional Hospital following the news that Sacul had succumbed to his injuries. A group of motorcycle riders, as well as relatives and friends of the men, started the ruckus. This led to police firing non-lethal rounds that found their mark on several persons.
There was an issue at the Northern Regional Hospital in the aftermath of the passing of the young man. Police were called. We had sent additional police from Benopan to Orange Walk to assist last night. And from what I observed on the footage, it shows that the police did exercise great restraint in the circumstances. We were able to hold the area until the crowd decided to disperse without any incident. So I think that is commendable on the part of the police.
Olina Gonzalez says that her son was not caught up in the criminal justice system and she wants justice for his killing.
They took his life, the same police officers. They took my son's life. My son is not a troublemaker, and now they lie. The officers lie, and they say how they were taking drugs to go deliver all the way back there. What drugs? My son doesn't do that. My son worked. He leaves here from 6 o'clock in the morning. He returns until 9 o'clock in the night from his job here at his house.
Duane, Moody for News 5.